everyone, and welcome back to another Bailey Art Live. I'm here with Jeremy.
I'm here with Andrea.
And we're doing more alcohol ink projects. Last time we made this really cute, beautiful, whimsical alcohol ink mosaic, and we're back to do it again, except slightly differently.
Yes, we got a few different projects here that we'll show you and give you some good alcohol ink techniques.
Yes, last time we had transfer paper, we had a lot of little pieces to puzzle in.
Yes.
So we made it different. We thought,
we did it
can
differently,
we do this different? Can we do this better? And then guess what? We did. I'm going to put this back here.
Yes. So if you want to see the other one, go check out our YouTube. It'll be all up there. It's also called the Lily Pad
Mosaic.
Mosaic.
Yes.
I got it.
YouTube.
Yes, on the YouTube.
Yes, and you're not subscribed. Subscribe. What are you doing? So today we have got a little turtle mosaic, bumblebee on a little honeycomb mosaic, and a hummingbird.
Ta-da!
Pollinators.
Yes.
'Tis the season.
And again, this is going to be a little bit easier. We're not going to be puzzling in everything. This is just all layers, which all of you are more familiar with.
Yes.
Maybe not cutting Yupo on a cricket, but
slightly different. Slightly different. But I mean, not anything too crazy. I believe in each and every one of you. So each piece or each project is 4 layers, including one cardstock piece. So we're continuing that really thin outline from last time. But this time, instead of piecing in each little paper, we kind of, I don't know how you would describe this, but made it layered, but with it shows through. I don't know how to say that in a different way, but
it's layered.
It's layered.
It's layered. So we're going to do each paper individually. What cut settings should they put for the Yupo paper?
For the Yupo paper, I believe we did, it kind of depends actually, because our original Yupo paper was thicker than the ones we just ordered, because we were trying a different one, and they're a bit thinner. So I think you have to just kind of judge based on what you have. This one, the one that we're using today, feels much thinner. I think this would probably be like light cardstock. And then the one we had before was more like medium cardstock.
Yeah. So whatever types of plasticky paper, if you don't know what Yupo paper is, and I don't even know if we're pronouncing it correctly, it's a plasticky paper. It looks like paper on camera, but it really is
synthetic paper.
Yeah, it's a synthetic paper.
Yeah.
Really thin plastic is essentially what it is. So use whatever cut settings this is closest to in terms of thickness. And
you can use the setting on intricate cuts on Cricut. So intricate cuts does it twice, and I want to say it goes a little lighter, just so it doesn't like push too much pressure on it. So more pressure is more likely it's gonna rip. So
and if you have problems with any of that, just fresh blade.
Fresh blade. Yay! Okay, other materials we're using today, of course, like we said, alcohol ink, the classic collection, Bailey Art Precision Craft glue, because obviously, little isopropyl, because that helps clean out the extra alcohol ink. And actually, we are going to use cubies today for the bumblebee.
Yes.
Alrighty, so we can go ahead and get started. Other things that we kind of using, not really the tools. We got our little air pusher. And also these little ink pads, which I think they're usually used for like actual ink pad ink blending. But we're going to use them because it's easier to kind of fill out these more holy pieces without having to like blow it around. It's easier to kind of dab on it. All right.
And some gloves for me.
Oh yeah, actually I would also like gloves. We suggest gloves in a ventilated area. I always forget, and then I always end up with messy hands.
Yes, just make sure that you're wearing something that isn't too important.
You don't cherish. It's not too expensive.
Yes,
it's not likely colored.
It's not likely that it's going to happen, but it's possible. I mean, for us, it's pretty likely.
It's very likely.
Yeah, I'm wearing work pants today, so.
I'm just wearing dark jeans.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Nothing light colored. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Okay, so which one do you want to start off with? I'll let you choose.
Turtle.
Oh, very good choice, sir.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to put our other pieces away so they are safe from the alcohol that will be going everywhere.
Yes.
The ink that will be going everywhere.
Ink, ink, ink.
Alrighty.
Over here.
So, Yupo or Yupo or whatever synthetic paper you're using, we've got 3 layers. We have the completely filled in one, which is the bottom layer, the most detailed one on the top, and then in between is this layer here.
Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3, and then the frame, of course. But we'll put that aside because we don't need to ink that bit of it. Okay, so on this first one here, we're looking at basically the shell. Is that correct?
Yes. So we are, remember everything that you see basically, how do I say it? It's hard to say. Basically, this one has holes. You're going to see straight through the holes to the other layer. So that's how you're kind of judging it there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the first one here is going to be this one. Yeah, and then after that, you've got this section here. So the part that's going to be showing through will be your little, this teal that you can kind of see, right?
Yes.
So we're going brown first for the shell, then we're going to the teal, and then we're going to the green, or whatever color that you want. But
and
that's
of course,
what you have there.
As we're getting started, remember to tell us where you're crafting from today. We are in Arlington, Texas, and it is getting hotter. We also have Righteous Robot on. He said he's crafting in Los Angeles.
All right.
How hot is it over there? California.
Not hot at all.
Not hot at all?
Depends on where you are in California, I guess.
I'm not familiar with California enough to say. All right, got my brown.
All right. So we got the brown here. Our alcohol inks. Again, remember this isn't just cardstock, so don't just put it on white cardstock. It's not very
that
good.
Won't work.
It won't work at all.
All right, for this one, I'm definitely going to be doing similar to what we did last time. I'm going to want to use the air pusher versus my sponge, personally. Now it's going to be
I'm going to try sponging first.
Okay. And right now, if you guys are like, man, I sure do want some alcohol inks, you can get them for 20% off.
Mm-hmm.
Just comment on Instagram specifically, Inky.
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 I like that. Inky.
Inky.
All right, just remember here, we're doing the shell portion of it. And the more kind of texture you have to it, the better, because again, it's going to have lots of, it's that hard shell that you're trying to go for.
We've got Crafting Touch, crafting in San Diego. Mm-hmm. Righteous Robot says, I love y'all's glue. I use it almost every day.
All right.
Oh, that's
Thank
awesome.
you so much. So let's start with this, and then I think I'm also going to take your pusher here in a second. Your blower.
Blower.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it right there.
Put a little base going on there. The other thing is, don't worry if you mess up with alcohol inks. It's perfectly okay. Because you can always redo it. So, for instance, like when Andrew was testing out this one here.
Yes.
Andrew was testing out this one here. We changed the colors around quite a bit.
Yes.
Trying to figure out what to do. And all you have to do is just take a little bit of isopropyl. After you use the isopropyl, you're able to then kind of bleed it all out and go from there. But the thing is, though, is that you can reactivate alcohol ink with isopropyl like indefinitely. So if we accidentally get any of these projects, like if any of them touch ink or isopropyl alcohol, you'll ruin them. So just a heads up. That's why we keep putting them kind of far away out of frame here. So be careful. Be careful. Be careful.
I think we need a secondary air pusher.
I think we have a lens blower somewhere. Another one. Yes.
I'm also trying to lighten up my ink with some white because, and I might use a blendable solution as well because I want that detail. Like I really want to feel like if it's smaller than the what do you call the lily pad we did. So
yeah, you can use white. You also have some more inside of there. You also have your blending solution, which is pretty much like isopropyl. So it kind of gives you a little bit of a lighter look. Again, you're just kind of messing around with it to see which way you're going. All right. So don't think about it too much.
We also have B.Creative by Claudie. Says, I love your glue, guys, is the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you could join us here today as we make our mosaics.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, these craft files are on our website, bailey.art. So check them out.
What's the name of the files?
Good question. I believe the Hummingbird is Happy Hummingbird, and then I forget the other. I forgot. But they're the first ones on there right now.
You'll find them. Just search turtle, hummingbird, and bee. Well, bee might be harder because there's a lot of bees.
We do have some Trendy Turtle. And waiting for more names.
And more.
Dot. Breathtaking Bee? Ooh. Okay, this is what I've got now. And Happy Hummingbird. I was right about the Happy Hummingbird one.
There we go. I like
Lighten
that.
this up just a smidge. I think one of the pieces of advice I'd give is when you're making the ink drops, like I just kind of dropped it on there, right? But you don't want to wait very long to move it around because it will start making that round like drop ring instead of letting you push it around, the ink around.
I realized that mine looks like it's just completely brown on camera. It really isn't. It just looks like it is. I was looking up, I was like, what the? You can't even see that. It's just the contrast.
You do have a lot more texture than that.
Yes, there's a lot more in there.
If I get close up.
Yeah. Yeah, I just realized, the camera for brown apparently is not it. It looks really good on the other colors.
Yeah.
But the camera does not like the brown. So, believe you me, it's not that dark. All right.
All right, next layer.
Next layer. Okay.
Put this aside, and I'm working on I want turquoise for like the detail of the turtle.
So remember now we're working on the blues here, or the inner part. So you have the inner part here, inner part here, inner part here. And of course you don't have to ink the entire thing. Like you're not gonna have to ink through all this other stuff.
Yes.
If you don't want to, like we did here, we knew that this was just going to be the bottom section, or the top section, but the bottom section, the shell. So that's why we just did the shell area. So in this case too, we'll just do a little bit there.
I am going to try and clean the brown on my little station here because I don't want it to bleed onto my other pieces as I build up this project.
I'm just going to use tip files.
And yes, we're using a very fancy craft mat called a trash bag.
Yeah, we've burned through 3 mats.
Almost quite literally.
4 mats. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
we
true.
We melted that one.
We did. So we didn't realize that our, what is it? Self-healing mats.
Yes.
Are not heat resistant. I thought they'd be mildly heat resistant. Just like mildly.
They were not.
They're not. Don't try it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so bad idea on that one. We ruined one that way. We ruined another one with alcohol inks. We ruined another one.
No, the third one's fine.
Oh, the third one's fine.
The one with alcohol ink also got burned. Or melted.
Wait, it got burned twice. Yes. Someone else decided to do the same thing.
I
the same mistake.
Did not warn them at all.
I did. And I actually saw it happen.
You were there?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I didn't think about it till later. You know who you are. All right.
I feel like this would be a fun project for maybe an older kid.
Yes.
So I know that summer's coming up, you guys. Summer projects, kids are home from school. What do you do with them? Maybe give them a little alcohol ink to play with. Alright. I really like the teal. The teal I feel almost always comes out the way I kind of want it to.
Yeah. It shows better on camera as well. And I know I'm getting my head in here, sorry. There we go. I'm actually going to try to lighten up a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to just kind of figure out the guide here of my ink. I think everything is covered up now.
I made a mistake.
No! Oh!
I lightened up too much. I will catch up here in a second. Don't worry about me.
Alrighty. I'm gonna, yes, air pusher. These gloves make everything difficult. Which is why I always get messy. Switch places. My station.
So yeah, you're just gonna play with it. You're gonna figure out what technique works for you. I think if you use the straw, it's definitely more of a continuous push, if that makes sense. Right? So like, for instance, how we get at like all the little tiny voids that you see here is by aiming this down and just do little bursts, little tiny bursts. Okay. Another thing with alcohol ink is that it looks like it's dry or wet, and sometimes it's not. I mean, it's always constantly kind of tacky.
It does tend to be a bit tacky.
It's a tackier thing, yes. Just don't get alcohol near it, or there might be
a lot of people seal theirs.
Yeah.
I personally have not tried sealing Yupo paper, because usually the sealing one is if it's really big canvas, I guess.
Yeah.
Like
kind of
cards and stuff, which is what I've seen people use ink on. I don't think they seal those, but it's usually more of a like an accent, so there's not as much to possibly get touched.
Right. I forgot to mention this is the top layer too, so you want to make sure that you're covering pretty much everything except for the shell area. You don't have to cover the shell. So this will be your top layer. We're using just straight green. Also, what you can do with these is if you want to dilute them a little bit further, you certainly can too. So you can put it into another little container. If it's a little bit too dark to try to lighten up, you can mix the colors. You can change them around a bit. We're just doing it the simplest way for right now.
Has anyone that's watching made alcohol ink projects before? I know last time we made the mosaic, there were a number of people that said that they had never used alcohol ink before. So maybe this time around you guys have.
Or if you made the lily.
Yeah, did anyone make the lily?
I don't remember who the winner was last time around, but
I don't know
if they actually was able to finish that project yet.
Yeah, that's what they'll do for Memorial Weekend. Memorial Day weekend. Okay.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! I'm gonna use my sponge and try and cover up some of those littler parts. I'm just gonna on here. Oops, the sponge.
We have that section. Yeah, I love the look of it because it basically makes it kind of look like stained glass.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna let these dry and move on to our next layers, because now the next part of this is just gluing. Yep. So we want these inks to dry all the way, so we'll put them aside.
Do you have a place to put them aside?
I do not. I just am gonna put it up here.
We're gonna put them somewhere else. We'll just put them out of frame. There we go. I was like, we're running out of room very quickly.
Yeah.
It didn't look like a whole big project until there's not that many layers until you start realizing there's actually a lot of layers.
Plus there's 3 projects.
And 3 projects, yes. All right. Numero dos. Which one do you want to do? Hummingbird or bee?
I want to do the bee.
Okay. One thing with the bee is that we cut out that top layer. Instead of using kind of like the gray that we have in the past, we cut it out with black.
Yes, kept it bumblebee colors.
So there's the black piece there. All right. I don't know why I'm trying to show you on the black trash bag, but there you go. There's the black bee there. And again, we're going to have another 4 layers like that. Trying to make sure that you're cleaning up everything too. I'm just using a paper towel for simplicity because again, it will bleed onto other things. However, you can always take it off, so don't worry. And you'll learn very quickly as you use this that you might accidentally take it off a lot. Like what I was doing earlier. Oops.
Oopsie.
Oops.
All right. Where's my bee?
All right. So there's again 4 layers, but 3 UFO layers here. The back here is going to be your little hexagonals. The second paper here is going to be, I guess, the walls of the hexagons, right? And then also it's going to be, oh no, I'm sorry.
The
and
body
then
of the bee.
The body of the bee is the last one there.
We also have this. I don't know if it's charged, but if you want, it's got full air. If you want to play with this,
we'll see.
I'll
That's
leave it
dangerous.
to you. That's your.
I don't know about that.
That's your type of.
Like, it just looks like honey.
Yeah, that's kind of the point.
Perfect.
So we kind of saturate our.
Yeah.
We have other little pushes.
I was like, wait a second. Oh yeah, the other thing, if you're going to use one of these little ink things, make sure to switch them out. Otherwise, you're going to get your previous color all over the place.
All over the place.
So I'm going to basically start with the base. Since this is such a wide area, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that all of it's covered. And then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah. So you can definitely keep it like this if you want to, but at least this way there's no white parts showing. All right. Okay, that's the yellow.
All right, I'm gonna throw on a few drops to push around. Again, keeping it very saturated, but the colors themselves are pretty saturated, just FYI, guys.
Okay, let's try this.
Oh no.
Oh, this is so strong. I figure out how to dial it down.
You can look.
Okay.
Okay. Innovation.
Yeah, that's what I call this. This is one of those you're gonna put on and then you're gonna wait for like a second or two, and then you're gonna blow because it's too powerful if it's just all liquid. So you're gonna have to wait for it to do its own thing. Don't worry too much about making like the little cells and things because you have a whole nother piece that you'll be able to do that with.
Yeah, right now, I'm just focused on making it look like honey, dripping everywhere. I don't know. Here's your straw and here's the pusher.
I like this better. Okay. Worth a shot. Oh, you can see some of the green. It's okay, it's from the back. It's not on the paper though. Don't worry.
I want to put just a little bit of orange. A little more depth.
Nice. We basically need this together. You put these two things together. All right, like a pulsing, what is this called? Air duster. Yes, a pulsing air duster.
Here is my layer.
Nice. I like that orange.
Yeah.
It's hard to see in the camera.
Those darker spots are more orangey, and then of course the rest of it is rather yellow. Very golden yellow, I would say.
Yeah, it's definitely gold.
Putting it aside, and now I'm going to work on those honeycombs. Now this, I'm definitely going to use the pusher for. Or not the pusher, the blender pad. What do I have on it so far? Okay. Definitely need some more color.
That was fun.
Hey, you gave it a shot.
Yeah. I'm putting it in the middle there just because we're not using that section, but I'm putting it in the middle so I can grab it.
Cover, yes. I kind of, honestly, I think I'm going to put a little bit of brown. Again, for a little depth, a little natural coloring. Should I? I don't know. Could be a very bad idea. I'm going to put this one aside to use later and get a new color from there.
Find out.
Speaking of ink blending, our last class for the den was Joy from Creative with Joy, and she did a card with not alcohol ink, but ink pads. And we just posted about the ink blending she was using, a little tip technique. So if you haven't checked that out already, you can check it out on our YouTube. Nope. Well, yes, on our YouTube Shorts, and on our Instagram.
You know, I think I am pretty much going to copy, but I think I'm just going to go very dark on the brown.
Okay.
So, like we talked about before, alcohol ink reactivates with itself, so if you put more ink down, it will kind of blend together. Or if you want to completely remove it, you can take that isopropyl or your blending solution and kind of reactivate it again. But in this case, since the orange was already very light, I'm actually just going to come back in here and get that brown. Hope it shows up okay on the camera.
I'm going to put the orange on there. I want to still some really vibrant colors, so I'm going to throw it around.
For a little lighter, a light orange. Yes. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Nice. I like that.
Does anyone have any plans for Memorial Weekend? Did I already ask that? I don't think I did. Or if I did, I forgot.
No, you did not.
I did not ask that.
Look at that. That's gonna, that's it. Okay.
Ooh, very nice. Do you have plans this weekend?
I think I do.
You think you do? Okay.
I definitely do. What am I doing?
I don't know.
Oh, right. My family's coming in from Oklahoma. That's what's happening.
Oh, very nice.
I knew there was something going on. I just forgot what it was.
That's funny.
So, yes, got to get the house ready for them.
Family time.
Yes, indeed. All right, so now we're working on the bee.
Now we're working on the bee itself. This is pretty much the yellow pattern of the bee without the stripes.
Yep. And I'm going to do orange because I want it to stand out.
And I stole the pusher. Oh, gosh.
That's fun.
We will share, I promise.
I'm going to do the same technique as before and go ahead and get it all one color.
Don't forget, guys, if you want to try these inks out, you can get them for 20% off this weekend if you use, well, I can't tell you what the code is because we'll send it to you in a DM, but you need to type in Inky, INKY, on our Instagram during the live, and we'll DM you the code. Actual code.
Ooh, that's fun.
So yeah, you have to give the code to get the code situation.
So type Inky on Instagram to get that 20% off code.
Correct.
Wow. I think I just like it dull, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you've got that's good contrast right there. Stay! Don't fly away.
He's a bee.
There we go. Yeah, look at that. Got some gradient going on. I like that actually. That's like all your projects away.
All right. I think that's good.
All right.
And once again, we're going to put the bee aside.
And I am getting more pigtails.
To finish drying. And lastly,
got him?
a little stuck on my trash bag. All right. And lastly, we're going to do our hummingbird.
Indeed. All right. So same thing as before, 4 layers. And if you're with us with the lily pad, you'll recognize that this is way faster.
Yeah. 3 projects done in one time.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It is a little crazy.
It's a little crazy.
Okay.
Ooh, so we've got people already typing in the secret code Inky to get 20% off. Mm-hmm. Remember, that's on Instagram. You want to type that in and then check your DMs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So on the Hummingbird, again, there's 4 different layers. You have your back layer, then it's this one, and then it's this one, and then the frame, of course. So the back one will be showing, where's our Hummingbird? Right, the back layer here, the part that you can see all the way through, is going to be the green. Next is going to be the teal, right? And then the purple?
Yes.
The teal there and the purple. The only difference is that Andrea for this one here did a purple. It's a little bit hard to see, but she did, there it is, a purple beak. It's actually on this piece here.
Yes.
It's going through.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to get to YouTube so I can see anyone comment on there. Oh, people were commenting here all along. I'm so sorry. I was on Instagram. No offense to Instagram, but they're a little quiet. And I was like, this seems different. This seems wrong. YouTube different. Is where all the fun's happening.
On the tubes.
Let's see. I'm just going to jump on here really quick and say Jay Lawless says hello from G9 in Rayford, NC, North Carolina.
Very nice.
Very nice. We've got Roseanne from California. Sandra from Texas.
Hello,
Texan. And we have Nacogdoches is Renee.
Hello, Renee.
Let's see. Another Texan. We got some Texans on here. And then Katie asked, what was the name of the paper? Again, it is Yupo paper. Answered Renee already. So awesome. You guys are the best. Renee says hello from Ohio. Okay. Hi, guys.
Hello.
All right. I'm sorry that hello was a little late. That's my bad. I thought someone was watching YouTube, but they weren't.
It was up at one point.
All right, let's see. I'm going to get my green on.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really quiet, the chat.
Yeah, it seemed a little quiet.
It did. I was like, where is everyone? Maybe they're busy. Maybe they're traveling already for the holidays.
Oh yeah. Also, when I said don't worry about the wing, yeah, I completely covered the wing. So
yeah, I also realized as soon as I did it down,
I was like, wait, hold on, we don't need to do that. It doesn't matter though. You just cut the whole thing and then just be surprised later. That's another way of doing that. It's called you never know. I think that's actually the tagline of Alcohol Links. You never know.
You never know.
Remember, with Alcohol Links, you're not really going for anything in particular. Don't try to do something. If you try to do something, it's not gonna happen.
It's not necessarily kind of true, but
it's more of a pleasantly surprised, in my opinion. I like being more pleasantly surprised.
We've got Maggie from KY,
Kentucky.
Ooh, I'm getting better at these state initial things.
Initials. Yes, abbreviations. Yes.
Abbreviations.
I was like, initials. There's something wrong with that. I don't know what it is.
I was like, if no one stops me, I'm just going to call it that. No one corrects me.
Note to self. Correct Andrew. Okay. This time around, I added some white instead to kind of lighten it up. I'm going to darken it back down.
We're focusing on the little body of our Hummingbird. Okay, I see her. She looks mosaic-y, very stained glass inspired. All right. Show you guys what I'm talking about. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Yes, we're specifically designing these so you don't have to be experts at Alcohol Links.
Also, so you don't look stupid.
Yeah, that too.
I'm just kidding. We did pretty good last time, I think.
We
I
did.
think that was a fairly well executed live.
It was.
If you guys disagree, comment to give us engagement. That's okay too. If you guys do agree, comment to give us engagement. That's okay too. Ooh. Okay, and now I'm working on.
Go to the teal, but I'm going to go with orange.
Ooh.
Oops. What? I think I mixed up my colors somehow. It's okay. We're all good.
I might have stolen yours.
Yes.
Who knows?
That might have been it.
If I did comment, she stole it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so right now we're working on, it's going to be the beak.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be the beak and...
the tail and the tummy.
Yes, tail, tummy. Wait, not the wing? Oh, not
No,
the wing. Or part of the wing.
Part of the wing.
Yeah.
Part of the wing. I keep seeing the air puffin. Sorry.
But I think I don't want the air puffin for this.
Good. Can't have it.
I think I actually want it dull. This layer to be dull.
You're really into the dull vibe right now.
Well, because it's contrasting.
Yes, very contrasting.
And so for the chest and the beak, you want to be contrasting. Yes.
He's an artist, you guys. I wasn't making fun of you. I wasn't making fun of you.
Okay, I'm going with that.
An artist.
Boom. All right, so now I'm going to do the last little bit on this wing, but I'm not sure what color I want to go. Oh, yeah, I do. I already did this. Definitely doing purple.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to do something crazy.
No. Definitely doing purple. And so if you haven't seen our alcohol ink set, it comes with 12 colorful alcohol inks that you can see here. I did not put this back up in the right order, but you have red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then you have fun ones, teal, pink, brown, black, and clear white, and of course purple, which is what I'm using now.
Fabulous. I'm just gonna dab in the little white parts. I still want to keep. I didn't want to dab all of mine. But I did want to make sure it's covered. Okay. And then I just gotta do the beak, which I did purple last time. And this noble purple, so I'll be doing it again. But I think I will use the sponge.
Boom. That looks really good. Looks like feathers.
Ooh. Everyone say, ah. Someone stole it. It's me. Okay. Now I'm going to be working on the very delicate, especially when it's really thinner. So I would suggest if you're making like some standalone projects like this, the thicker Yupo paper.
Yeah.
It's a little difficult to work with, very thin wise.
It is.
Not impossible. Just.
No. We're doing it. You
Yeah.
see us doing it? But yeah, if you had to choose, yeah, I'd definitely go on the thicker side.
Yeah.
Add that. I actually like this color combination a lot.
Thanks, nature, for giving us those color combinations on hummingbirds. Love that.
I'm going to take some isopropyl. This is just your common isopropyl that you can get at drugstore.
Or
You know.
some other drugstore.
Just kind of clean up some of this area. So it's not going to activate with water. It only activates with isopropyl or other alcohol inks. Or other types of alcohol. Ethyl alcohol, for instance.
So if you're drinking wine and crafting, be careful.
Well, you might be able to do something with that. Some red wine, do some staining.
Innovation, once again.
Innovation. Okay. The good thing about isopropyl too is that it pretty much dries off within seconds. So not waiting a long time.
Now I have run out of space.
There you go.
Thank you. I'm putting my inks away. Now it's all about that layering. No, I'm not taking my gloves off. I've made that mistake before.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Don't do it.
Not done yet.
Okay.
Aside my hummingbird. And clean off my station. Oh, gosh. That could have gone really bad.
Yeah. If we drop alcohol on any project, it will destroy them. So be careful. And then, oh my goodness.
That purple.
It's very hard to see. But Andrew's just got like
a lot of ink.
Darkest, blackest.
It's okay. We're done with the activated alcohol, so I think it should be okay.
So everything else should be, or your turtle should be dry.
My turtle should be dry.
Yeah. We're pretty close to it. Again, if you have a little bit of alcohol that's on your fingers or on your gloves, in our case, just be mindful that it's there.
Mm-hmm. All right. So we got our 3 Yupo paper layers, and the cardstock ones over there. Time to start gluing. Nope, I can't glue like this. I'm taking the gloves off. Can't live like this, Jeremy. I don't know how you do it.
That's why after that you use. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. I didn't cover his head.
Oh
no! Oops. Looks like I gotta come back and do the rest of that. My bad.
Okay.
My bad.
I'm gonna start gluing these. Flippers.
It'll be pretty quick, but I do have to wait for it to dry again.
Got that precision tip there for these thin, delicate lines. You see that, you guys? Don't forget to comment Inky, INKY, on our Instagram live. So like right now, to get 20% off code sent to you in your DMs. And for those of you who don't know, those are your direct messages. That is not sarcasm. Someone asked last time we were live. They said, I don't know what my DMs are. I'm like, we can definitely help with that.
Absolutely.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, we're going for the glue.
Going for glue.
We need to make it a routine.
To do.
I need to clean out my glue every time before I use it. I just forget. Okay. There we go.
I'm going to paper towel, and I'm just going to use it to smush my papers together. Excess ink, I don't want on my hands. Excess glue, also don't want on my hands. Ta-da! All right. Now for the next layer of Yupo.
Okay, got that. Typically, well, you can stack it either way. You can either go from top to bottom or bottom to top. Just remember which way you're going.
Oh. Yes, the silence is deafening.
There we go. Okay. I'm going to move this on top, flip this whole concoction over again, and then use it on the brown piece now.
Alrighty. I'm getting there. Working on that alignment. Okay, so we got some of those layers in now. It looks a little messy. That's okay, because we have our last layer to put on, which is that cardstock.
Go. And then the last bit to really tie everything together.
I will join.
And while you're doing this, just know, remember our glue dries clear. You're definitely going to need that ultra fine tip too. So ultra fine tip and nice, dry, clear, and don't worry about making a mess if you're using our favorite friend, the trash bag. Okay. You can do a couple methods. You can try tracing it around. You can try the dot method. Thank you for getting rid of that.
I just kept seeing you trying to push it away. It just kept rolling back.
Not like I was trying to push it per se. Just, just following the lines. All right. Just kind of get it all the way around. All those little pieces kind of come around like that. Boop, boop, boop. All right, cool. I'm going to flip everything over and try to do this as carefully as possible. I'm going to align the head first and then kind of drop from there. And then align the body. You're going to have to stretch it a bit too while you put it down. So you can get your alignment.
Focus on that shell portion.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Tips of the flippers, the shell.
Yep.
Those are the things you just gotta look out for.
There we go. Ooh.
Some sort of loud noise.
Yeah. We're easily startled right now. They're doing construction on the suite next to us, so
oh, that's what that was.
That's what's going on, yeah.
I thought
If you hear banging or loud music, that's them.
Ta-da! All right, look at that turtle mosaic.
Yeah.
Oh, get
right closer, yeah.
They can hold hands.
Flippers?
Flippers. Ta-da! Isn't it cute? I like it.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, different texture.
Turtle down.
Turtle done.
Name of turtle?
Name of turtle?
On our website?
Trendy Turtle.
Trendy Turtle.
Trendy Turtle.
Mm-hmm. Small way, little friend. All right, Trendy Turtle. Next up, we're going to have our bee, but I forgot the name again.
Our
buzzing.
Nope.
Beautiful.
Beguiling. No.
Beguiling bee.
Bee. Breathtaking bee.
Of course.
Bee breathtaking bee.
So with our bee here, we're going to have another layer, but we're going to put some cubies that I've hidden with our other turtle. So we're going to actually kind of bring the layer up so you don't have to just glue everything flat, right? Now we're getting into more familiar territory.
Very us, very Barely Art.
Yes, Barely Art loves height. So you can also get our cubies on our website, barely.art. Our cubies add extra little height and dimension to anything that you're doing.
Not to mention, there's dimension.
Not to mention, lots of dimension.
Ooh.
Not dementia, but dimension.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty. Let's put my glue around here. So first, of course, this one's obviously glued down, the first layers, but we're gonna glue the bee and the honeycomb separately.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta scooch mine around.
Ta-da! Nice.
Yeah.
And then for the bee. Just make sure that you are doing everything in the right orientation. Actually, I say that and I'm double checking myself.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, so now we've got the Yuba paper and the cardstock bee. Right here.
Mm-hmm. So, with the cardstock, we use 65 pound. Typical cardstock.
Typical cardstock, just black, smooth cardstock. Although we did consider doing like a shiny black, and then we didn't.
Yeah.
I was caught. I couldn't tell if I wanted shiny or not.
I think it would distract from.
That's what I was thinking. I just like everything shiny. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Look at that. So I got a nice gradient on him.
You do. Agreed. Okay. And here we go. One little bee. He's got a more orangey tush.
Orange tush.
Yep.
An orange tush.
It was more gradient before I put the black on there, so that's on me. All right.
Okay, and we're just putting some cubies down over by where you can see the outline of the bee here. And so we're using the thin squares.
Yeah, the shorter
squares.
Square cut cubies.
Mm-hmm. And then our favorite to make cubie confetti. I'm not going to be able to do that with the gloves on. Just not. So I think it's time.
All right. Once again, get my paper towel. It's still a little tacky. It should dry all the way in probably about 30 minutes, but
it kind of always is just a little tacky.
It is, and it's definitely the more heavily inked part. Mm-hmm. Ta-da! Ooh, this not beautiful, not beguiling, but behaving. Nope. Oh my gosh, I keep breathtaking bee. I might not remember that, but I hope you good people will. Alrighty. So originally I had done a more red background. You guys can vote to yourselves which one you like better. More brown woody kind or this red bright kind. We got all brown on Jeremy's side.
Yes.
Look, it's one big hive.
One big hive.
All right, and last we have our hummingbird.
I'm excited for. Right. So again, if you're following along, it's that green layer, then I did orange or the teal one that Andrea has, and then the purple. And so I'm going to layer it up. This is what it's going to look like for me.
Sandra Carter says, very pretty. Cindy Smith says, those are lovely. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies. Ladies of the chat. All right, and I think these are really cute. I will say they are, of course, one-sided. The backs of each project are very just whatever seeped through. So if you want to make two, mirror it. That way you can kind of spin in your window. Yeah. Yes, it's not stained glass, but it's stained glass inspired. I feel like that's close enough to put in your window.
Agreed.
And while we're putting that together, everyone comment which one you liked better. The bee, the turtle, or the hummingbird.
And you can also get a discount if you say the magic words.
Yes. Not please. Inky, INKY on Instagram. You gotta comment on this live and you get 20% off. And that sounds like a lot to me. Definitely when I get 20% off coupons, I go to the store. You don't have to go to the store. We're online. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
I'm lining up the wing here.
Started with the wing. Whoa. Line up everything else. Remember, when everything is really thin, you're going to want to have just a little bit of pressure. You're going to have to pull it kind of into place. You'll understand. Kind of have to pull everything out a bit.
Sandra said her favorite was the turtle. Good choice. I like the turtle. I feel like it's maybe the bee might be easier, but I think the turtle stays true to the project idea of that mosaic.
Yeah. I think the turtle, I don't know what it is with the turtle. There's something about the turtle that makes it very classic. I don't know exactly what it is.
It's all those.
This feels classic.
Once upon a time in, I guess, the early 2000s, everyone was like a dolphin girl. And they just loved dolphins, and there was like dolphin everything. And I think at that same time, though, there was also turtles. Turtles were very popular. So I think it's just got that early 2000s turtle vibe.
All right. Got our hummingbird done. It's already trying to flap away.
First of Whimsy is asking about our design team members. Yes, so of course our design team opens up every 4 months about, And honestly, there's a lot that goes into picking a design team member. So let me think. If you were looking to be a design team member, you didn't get picked this time, you just keep trying. It's kind of also what we're needing at the time. So if we need a different, like this term, we had a lot of party decor people already come back from last term. And so we were looking for something a little bit different. And one of our new design team members does these beautiful shadow boxes. So we're just looking for that. I completely missed this part of the wing. Oh my gosh. No. So anyway, that's okay. You know, that's fine. I'm crying inside, but that's okay. Oh, I don't know how that happened. I was not checking. I was distracted.
No fit check. No fit check.
That's okay. She's still beautiful. I still love her. So it might might be depending on what we're looking for on that design team at the time. Stop laughing at me. And it might just be who we already have as well. So we also get a lot of entries, but don't stop trying. Like you can definitely keep applying.
I would say one of the things too that will give you a little bit of a leg up is uniqueness. Mm-hmm. If you have some unique crafts or different things, we're always looking for new styles, new techniques, etc., etc. Mm-hmm. Mainly because like the same people, not the same people, but the same styles of crafts we have a lot of that, and we've done a lot of that for a long time. But if you're into something new and different, please apply, and we will take a look. Well, not me personally, but
yeah. Also, we're doing very much a lot of video this term too. So if you haven't made a lot of video, that's something you can try try testing out for these next few months. Yes. So next time you might have a better shot at getting it.
Mm-hmm. And there we have it. We have our hummingbird.
Yeah, there we go. Isn't she beautiful? You know what? Hold on. I made that hummingbird before.
There you go. Yeah, just hold that one up.
Isn't she beautiful? Mm-hmm. So here we go. Here are our projects. I'm gonna just. Oh my gosh, your pin is bent. All right, let's bring back all of our friends here. Renee says, "I need that turtle in my life." Yes, girl, get that turtle. It's on our website. Hummingbird is gorgeous too, says Sandra. All of these on our website, I promise. All right, and don't forget, if you want to try out these inky alcohol inks, you just comment Inky, INKY, on our Instagram live right now, and we'll DM you a 20% off code. So, ta-da! Isn't it beautiful? It's a masterpiece, all of it. All righty, so I believe that's all we have for you guys today. We've got last comments. Renee says, "Thank you. They're all so cute." And Jay Lawless says, "I like them all, but the turtle is my favorite." The turtle wins. Turtle's a winner. I had it backwards.
I like that.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time. And the summer's coming up, so guess what's happening? Cyanotype is back in.
Yes.
So we'll have some new projects, little DIY shirts, shoes, and I'm thinking a tote bag this summer. Gotta put all the different things projects in something. Yep. Oh. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.